Now we are still in Barbados. Yes, of course. Otumfuo's historic speech. Otumfuo at his age was able to read a speech. I am man even 1 second so onhwemu ansa na wakan. Because during the afternoon, we deliver his speech. And so according to Otumfuo, no doing say no bibia no how de betu dwabio. E wo bedwam. Not to know say anadwo the main event almost actually be one person wakan. You see, it's a brought to her and Dentaa always speak good as we say nana. Yes, will be before also wakan. I wish 10-minute speech. I tell you, Otumfuo was able to read Adia man akwenya man anshu the pardon the Abrana no am from back class. E benya boche na ya boy so na make how we say nana McBrown. Yes, the Empress was also there. Now be okotwe Empress here. Fuse ODG Tina. This is New Africa. One of the legends when it comes to putting the history of Africa out there to the world through music. He was there. Now, ono you make key yeah, Nana McBrown many dias sama camera told us we was Sana the Empress. As way back with the Dentaa speech out to the area and she shared including the beautiful performance of a Fuse ODG K1ng Nana McBrown a buy and if at TSC AO2 for this speech.
A royal garb. Dentaa, the floor is all yours.
Thank you so much. You know, since His Majesty is here, I needed to dress as a Queen Mother. And so, Your Majesty, thank you so much for honoring our invitation to come in to Barbados in this historic time. 400 years since the British came to Barbados. 400 years later, the Ashanti king comes to Barbados. Not only that, we made sure that we chartered a flight that brought Africans, your brothers and sisters, back to Barbados. It wasn't easy. I know that, you know, doing this chartered flight was very emotional, was very spiritual, and it's because of the time that we're in. I just have a few words to say about representation. Representation is not luxury, it is a responsibility. Because when voices are missing from the table, decisions are made without understanding.
Surely.
Policies are shaped without context, and opportunities are distributed without equality. Representation ensures that our perspectives, our cultures, our contributions, and our challenges are seen and valued. It ensures that the system evolves to reflect the full spectrum of humility. When our people are present in these rooms, the narrative shifts.
Sure.
And when the narrative shifts, justice, inclusion, and progress become possible. Everybody that you have seen today that have been awarded represents us, the excellence that we have within us. And I'm so thrilled that today we're here doing Guba in Barbados. We've done it in Rwanda, we've done it in Ghana, we've done it in the UK, and now we are here in the Caribbean. We cannot talk about being Pan-Africanism if we don't include the Caribbean.
Truly, we cannot talk about Africa without including the Caribbean. Now, you're going the beautiful performance of the Fuse ODG at pulling and I'm McBrown and to see you know the dancing floor. And backstage when you're not gigi Fuse. You are feeling the the spirit in this song that you are listening to. They went there purposely to promote Africa, have Africa, at their heart to the extent that they wanted to connect Caribbeans to Africa in a lot of ways. So the first direct flight from Ghana was also made history that same very day. The African history, I didn't know.
On our own, black man stand.
Yeah, we share Nanama. Nanama, brother, Diasa. Nanama, Diasa.
So, because it feel like it's the place where we remember our ancestors, reclaim our narrative and our Atlantic destiny, and truly restore who we are. In our presence, we have His Royal Majesty, Asantehene, Her Excellency, Honorable Prime Minister, as we're gathered here, as Africa connects with the Caribbean, this time we're putting the door of return in front of the Atlantic Ocean, and we're returning home and reclaiming who we are. Welcome to New Africa. I'm Fuse ODG, and I'm about to take you across the continent. I'm about to take you to where I'm from. Take shots at Zanzibar, chop mishkaki by the ocean beach. Konyaki with the locals. Take time cause it's stronger than a lion teeth. See an old volcano, climb Kilimanjaro, that's the highest peak. See the pharaohs in Egypt, Tutankhamun and Ramesses. And when you see those statues staring at you, you will see where the original G's turn up a Great Pyramid of Giza. Ancient wonders and dynasty. Everyone, she said she wanna go Africa. I said that's 54 countries. And every place different caliber, different flavors. Tell me what you need. How far? Hurry up, I'm about to leave. I've been in Babylon way too long. Gonna get that break, that pedal and screech. Yo, we can go to Zimbabwe, see how the water fall into the Zambezi. Picnic in the safari, then drive through jacaranda trees. Snorkeling at Seychelles, crystal clear oceans. You can see those reefs and feel the waters on your feet. Seychelles was got the cleanest beach. And when we touch down Accra, you go there like rock. And I get some 2 hours sleep. Everywhere lit like Christmas tree. My area code +233. She said she wanna go Africa. I said that's 54 countries. And every place different caliber, different flavors. Tell me what you need. How far? Hurry up, I'm about to leave. I've been in Babylon way too long. Gonna get that break, that pedal and screech. Camel riding from the Sahara to Marrakesh. Watch the sunset bleed. Down to the Masai Nairobi. Swim with the dolphins in Mozambique. Hit Kampala, no Wahala. Chop ugali and feast. Monday to Monday, the turners peak. They don't know any difference to the end of the week. Or we could turn up in Lagos, maybe Abuja, where we can get some peace. See things that you won't believe, don't believe everything that you watch and read. She said she wanna go Africa. I said that's 54 countries. And every place different caliber, different flavors. Tell me what you need. How far? Hurry up, I'm about to leave. I've been in Babylon way too long. Gonna get that break, that pedal and screech.
So that is Fuse ODG, the legend, the living legend who promotes African history through music. Aye, was it? She says she wanna go Africa, and I said that is 54 countries. And so what you say, Emrofono, when you come Africa, who come na Africa, what you say about go? I will teach him class of this part. Or doing Africa in one country, they don't respect us. But they do not know how big Africa is. What you say, that is 54 countries. And this is the message that Fuse is trying to preach there. Now, you got the Otumfuo's historic speech. Or the two Emma Bibia, and so it's me.
I'm just glad that we're here.
Beautiful people of Barbados. Beautiful places in Barbados. Enjoy the highlights.
Barbados, I am told that you are the most exceptional island in the Caribbean. Please prove that to me. Ooh. Relax. You all came from Africa. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you believe that Africa is the land, the place, Africa is the womb where you were born, where your DNA flows across every single river, where your stars and your ambitions sit in the sky. Please let me hear a resounding round of applause. Now, the last round of applause, please do give it to me, because this outfit I'm wearing is very hot.
In fact,
Your Excellency, Madam President, Your Majesty, Asantehene, Your Excellency, Prime Minister of Grenada, my big little sister, Lady Dentaa Amwating, it is an absolute honor to stand in the presence of great individuals, not only at the high table, but each and every one of you. In our own individual ways, we have cried, we've been broken, we've been lost, we've tried to find and figure out exactly who we are. Some of you have come home to Ghana, you've gone home to Nigeria, but never mind. Some of you have gone to Senegal and Egypt, across the continent, trying to retrace your steps, and we have opened our arms and warmly welcomed you. But tonight, through, of course, my dear sister, Lady Dentaa, we want to prove to you that you don't only have to come to Africa, Africa can come to you. And indeed, for the first time, Guba Awards 2025 is proudly here in the Caribbean through Bridgetown, Barbados. My name is Anita Erskine. It's an absolute honor to be your MC, to be your host, to be your sister, your mother, anything and everything you want me to be within reason. Relax. And so let us start this program officially. You have eaten, you're fine, you're good, you are ready. Let's get down to it. Ladies and gentlemen, I have known the individual who will be giving us the opening remarks for many, many, many years. And I'm always astounded and I'm always in awe of how he's able to bring cultures. He's able to bring individuals. He's able to bring countries together in his very unique way of propagating unity. But more so, ladies and gentlemen, highlighting the power and the importance of culture and heritage and tradition, and never letting go of it, because it is essentially who you are. With a round of applause and asking you to please be up on your feet, please bring to the podium my great father, our great uncle, the powerful leader of the Ashanti, the king of Ashanti. Ladies and gentlemen, please warmly welcome His Majesty Otumfuo Nana Osei Tutu II with a resounding Guba Awards 2025. Warmly welcome Asantehene, as we like to call him over back at home in Ghana. Please keep that warm applause coming in. He has worked tirelessly not only to bring us together, but also to highlight the importance of our oneness and our unity. Long may you live. Long may you live, Asantehene. You are warmly, warmly welcome, Your Royal Majesty.
to the President.
Wow.
Honorable Prime Minister of Grenada.
Yo.
Ministers assembled here. Lady Dentaa McBrown, founder and CEO of Guba Enterprise.
Yo.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen.
Yo.
I didn't know I was supposed to make some remarks tonight because I think I spoke whatever I wanted to say this afternoon.
Yo.
But she whispered into my ears that you are making remarks tonight. And I know there was a collusion between my office, my chief of staff and her, because as soon as he mentioned, I saw that there was a folder coming up here.
Yo.
So which means they had written something for me to say.
Yo.
It is with great pleasure and a sense of homecoming that I join you tonight for the Guba 25 Awards being held for the first time on the proud soil of Barbados. This is a truly historic moment, a physical manifestation of a reunion long overdue. As we gather for the 16th edition of Guba Awards hosted here in the heart of the Caribbean for the first time, we are not merely attending a ceremony or an event, we are fulfilling a mission, reclaiming our Atlantic destiny, connect, build, and renew.
Yo.
We have thus gathered under a powerful and purposeful theme, which is not merely a catchy phrase, but our collective mission and our guiding principle for the future.
Yo.
It speaks to a shared resilience, a shared presence of opportunity, and a shared future of prosperity that we must actively create together.
Yo.
To Lady Dentaa and her associates, we are sincerely grateful for your laudable initiative that has brought us together for this milestone event.
Yo.
To the nominees who did not win any awards at all today, I wish you better luck next time.
Yo.
To the awardees, let your achievements in global recognition inspire you to greater endeavors and greater heights.
Yo.
I have been requested to make a few remarks on the power of African diaspora at tonight's function.
Yo.
The Atlantic has for so long been viewed as a divide, a powerful reminder of separation. But today, we see it as a bridge, a waterway that carried our ancestors through and brought us to this moment of powerful reconnection.
Yo.
We are here to reignite the bridge. As some have eloquently put it, it is transforming historical ties into tangible modern partnerships.
Yo.
The components of our theme are three clear imperatives: connect, build, and renew, which I spoke about this afternoon.
Yo.
Let's first recognize that the term the African diaspora generally refers to the mass dispersal of people from the African continent to other parts of the world. In its scope, the term includes both involuntary or forced migration caused primarily by the transatlantic slave trade, but also the trans-Saharan and Indian Ocean slave trades,
Yo.
and voluntary modern-day migration for economic, political, or social reasons.
Yo.
In short, the African diaspora includes all global communities that descended from Africa since the 15th century
Yo.
through voluntary and involuntary migrations. The term emphasizes a connection to the African continent,
Definitely.
shared ancestry, and potential or emotional link to the mother continent.
Yo.
Cumulatively, by our calculation, we are talking about 350 million people, which translates into the third largest country in the world after China and India,
Yo.
if they were all to be considered as living in one country.
Yo.
At this juncture, let me point out that the African Union had long realized the power and the potential of the African diaspora. That is why, in pursuit of a grand vision of African unity, the Continental Organization amended its Constitutive Act in 2006 to include the African diaspora in the sixth region of the continent, in addition to Central, Eastern, Northern, Southern, and Western regions of Africa.
Yo.
The Constitutive Act defines the African diaspora to include people of African origin living outside the continent, irrespective of their citizenship and nationality, and who are willing to contribute to the development of the continent, the building of the African Union.
Yo.
The power of the African diaspora resides in its multifaceted roles through global influences, driving economic growth through remittance and investments, fostering cultural exchange and playing a significant role in political movements and social development. This power is derived from the collective economic support, the innovation and knowledge sharing of millions of people, transforming both African countries and the diaspora host nations. It is an incontrovertible fact that the African diaspora sends billions of dollars in remittances to their home countries, often surpassing foreign aid and foreign direct investment. By one estimate, as much as $65 billion is sent annually through such remittances. These gifts to family are dispersed and uncoordinated, and therefore may have limited impact in terms of development. Moreover, the African diaspora are increasingly investing in African businesses, real estate and infrastructure, particularly in sectors like fintech and agriculture, thereby promoting jobs and economic growth. Knowledge and technology, by bringing back skills and knowledge gained from global industries, diaspora members are uniquely positioned to help develop solutions to African problems. They also provide mentorship and technical training to local entrepreneurs and professionals, helping to find a new generation of innovators. Diaspora's entrepreneurs often establish businesses that bring international opportunities to African markets. We all recognize that people-to-people connections are the foundations of business relationships. The African diaspora around the world have unique insights, market intelligence, spending power as consumers that can act as catalysts for market expansion for African business seeking partnerships. In this connection, it is important to stress that the operationalization of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, whose Secretariat Ghana proudly hosts, is expected to create more intra-African trade and enormous opportunities for more business ventures between Africa and African diaspora and the rest of the world. The diaspora acts as a bridge between cultures, promoting African arts, music, food, fashion, and other creative industries worldwide. Through such channels, the diaspora serve as cultural ambassadors promoting African culture. They also serve as a vital cultural link promoting African heritage and narrative. It is time for us to tell our own stories and teach our own history and stop relying on the Western eccentric narratives that have over the years distorted our history and image. We should also be frank to admit that while it is true that the African diaspora have imposed themselves, whether in the field of music, gospel, dancehall, jazz, blues, calypso, reggae, and zouk, the creative industries and sports, in most cases, the companies behind are not African diaspora owned, and we need to address that change and change that. The African diaspora have been quite influential in civil rights movements, decolonization and movements like the Black Lives Matter in countries like the US, the United Kingdom, and the Caribbean. Some governments are increasingly engaging diaspora by facilitating voting abroad and creating institutions to address diaspora concerns. In my own country, Ghana, the Office of the Diaspora Affairs is located in the Office of the President, a testament to the importance government attaches to matters pertaining to the diaspora. The diaspora also acts as a global advocate for social justice and political change, influencing policy and public discourse in both their countries of residence and the African continent, thereby helping to bridge the gaps between continents, sharing best practices and creating collaborative opportunities for growth. A current typical example is the African Caribbean Clarion Call for reparations to be paid to the two regions by the former colonial powers to atone for their sins perpetrated against the people of African descent. Thus, through a combination of economical, social, and political influence, the diaspora can be a powerful force for positive and sustainable change across the African continent.
Young.
The diaspora is certainly crucial in shifting the global narrative about African from one of dependence to one of opportunity, partnerships, and strength. The list of nominations and awardees tonight evidently shows that there's much excellence and expertise in Africa and its diaspora. While the African diaspora may have developed their unique cultures and identities in the present locations where they find themselves, they still share a common ancestry of African heritage.
Young.
There's beauty in diversity, but there's also strength in unity.
Young.
As K1ng Ghana, the first president of Ghana, rightly observed, the forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than the superimposed influences that keep us apart.
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
Let's stay together and redouble our efforts to connect, build and renew our relationships, and we shall reap the rich dividend of prospering and thriving together. Our destiny is ours to claim. Let us renew our unwavering dedication and our commitment to a future where a united Africa and its diaspora can stand together and speak with one voice on the global scale. I wish you a blissful night.
Young. Young.
So that is a powerful speech from Otumfuo the Asantehene. The okay that is also said here mpanimfoɔ a wɔn hyehyɛ dwumadie bi hyehyɛ gu ba no ne aka African mpanimfoɔ through the African Union ɛbɔ mmɔden bia so me connected with Africans in diaspora. No matter what your nationality is, say bia wakɔkyerɛ kuro bi so wokuta kuro no so nkrata and I a black American or a German American, whatever that you are, you find yourself document to be a good regardless of whatever it is, no omo bomodi bia se omeka Africans nyina enso abobli esimi ache one more maka no I mean I am rough say yes, we are very very powerful. Omo pese omo change the global narratives omo wo fire Africans ho say and ye the papa mu ntiti mu ni ade and you see it's divide and conquer rule no, for them to believe say it's still working. They want to disapprove it, they want the people to know, the wise to know say yes sanity, so they're working very hard to make sure say all Africans in the diaspora and Africans in the African continent will connect together to let the world know how powerful their togetherness will be. The Otumfuo in his final speech also pinned how the Guba Awards no amode ma womo bobra e the Africa di edrechi bie dwuma ma amanfo enye bi no how a dead die nature say ampa edom e African before e Africa nyansafo and so e Africa, and it was all Africa putting Africa on the globe. That was a beautiful speech from Otumfuo K1ng Ghana, and you will get a very update. If I show on this video, that make car was there are a lot of updated free Ghana Parliament. Everybody try see the news best on this same platform. Everything Ghana idea cause of my movie on this platform. I am in my holidays. It is a who send me upload videos be bra. Yes, of course I'm in my holidays. It may ba number baba somewhere you bush me a day a lot of videos. Me K1ng Ghana and you do the get very update position on this.
K1, oh boy, Juma, we did the Jacob. So now see commentary or social media, no style of blogging, fantastic. So you see commentary, news in the bar. So you see commentary for home. We are so good. Keep on going.
And the Ostar also the Ebema other tribe a flow. Uni sorted. India temni. That's how becano. It's so painful. I know shit. I don't know. Say I'll commentary like or you as a presenter, sports presenter that they are. And we need maybe our question free debate. It's all good. We are the K1ng Ghana, K1ng will try.